Hello there. This is an unusual one we're going to do today, in that it was recorded this century. It was a request for Dua Lipa, Don't Start Now. And while on the surface of it, it appears easy, it is to a certain degree, but like all these simple things, to do them correctly and to hear the correct notes is sometimes a challenge. So, look, if it's of use to you, great. And if it's not, sure, we won't fall out. I'll play along and then I'll tell you what he's doing. Okay, so I'll take you through the first bit. You ready? Here we go.
If you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me?
Okay, so what's he doing on this first bit of the verse? So he's starting. It starts on a slide, right? So he starts on the F sharp here, and what he's going to do, he's going to slide. I mean, it's a good slide. I reckon it could be up as far as the 17th fret, but an octave would certainly do you. So it's like it's certainly up there somewhere. Yeah, let's say the 16th fret, okay? So you're going to slide from the second fret on the E string up to the 16th fret. It might be the 15th. Anyway, up there somewhere, okay? Did a fall. And then it appears pretty simple, right? Except playing it tight and uh, playing it tight and correctly is it's going to require a little bit of concentration. So did a full one, open E. And then you're going to play the octave on the second fret of the D string. So did a full one. Okay? And they're short. It's not. It's. Alright, so did a full. Now, the next part is you're going to do a chromatic up to the B, so it's open A, and then the first fret on the A string, and then the second fret on the A string. Now I do them with my index finger because you're going to need to have your ring finger or your little finger ready for the next note, right? So, and you play the octave, which is the fourth fret on the G string. So the same figure as before. Did a fall. Okay, and now the next bit is you're going to do the same down here and hit the G, but this time it's open E, second fret on the E string for the F sharp, and then the G. Okay, so from the top. And you're digging in quite hard to get that snap. Now, some of this track is actually keyboard. Some of it is bass on its own. Some of it is bass and keyboard doubling. And then some of it is just keyboard. But live, obviously, this guy, Matty, he's such a great bass player. He plays the whole thing. So we're at the G. Okay, and now the next part is we're going to start on the third fret of the A string. And the same as what we did with the B string. Up to the fifth fret. But this is different because you're only going to go once on the D and then drop down to the A, right? So it's 3, 4, 5 on the A string, octave, 7th fret on the G. And then this finger is going to get down to the A string, to the E string and play the 5th fret, which is an A. And your third finger is going to play the 7th fret on the D string, which is the octave of the A. Right? Sorry, should look when I'm playing. So, did a full 180, maybe thinking man. So, in the previous chord you get 2 on each, and this is only one on each for the D and the A. So, okay, and then to get you back to the start again, you're going to play the 5th fret on the E string before the open E of the next part. Right, so it's so that's the bit you might miss, okay? I'm going to do the second part of the verse now, which has that lovely little run in it, and the end is different. He does a little fill to get you into the chorus, okay? So stay with me. Okay, I'd forgotten to do the little riff from the second half of the verses, so we're going to drop this in now. I'm going to play along, and then I'll show you what he did.
Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up.
Right, that's it. It's not a big thing, but it's so cool. Okay, so it's in this section. Did the heartbreak change? Okay, now we got to this bit. So you're going from the B. So you play the 2nd fret of the A string, and then it's like a dead note almost. Okay, so you let the pressure off of your index finger, and then you're going to slide. Now you're kind of bridged. I'm kind of bridged onto the A string on the 2nd fret, and you're going to slide that up to the 4th fret. So and then it's the D string open, the A string on the 2nd fret, G, and then the 3rd fret on the E string. So did the heart break? I've sticking plasters on my fingers, so they're catching a little bit, but you get the idea. Okay, let's move on to the next part.
I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all.
Okay, so that bit was more or less the start as the previous part. The only difference is the end. So it's I'm all good already. I'm not where you left me at. Okay, so and he's going to slide down from there. That's the 7th fret on the D string. I'm all good already, so I'm on. It's scary. I'm where you left me. And he slides down. Okay, next part is the beginning of the chorus, and then we'll get into the don't start now part. Don't show up, that bit. Okay, hold on.
So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up.
It is, as I was editing up the video, I realised I forgot to explain the pre-chorus to you. I played it all right, but I didn't explain it. Okay, so it's going to go daytime, nighttime, daytime in the video. Bear with me. So what he's doing in the pre-chorus is he's playing the 2nd fret on the A string. If you don't wanna, up to the 5th fret on the A string, see me. And then stay where you are on the 5th fret. He's going to go the 5th fret to the 7th fret, again on the A string. Dancing with somebody. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody. Now watch the timing of that. They're shorter notes than the last two. And then the next note is your 9th fret to your 10th fret on the A string again. And the same again. If you want to believe that anything could stop me. Okay, so the reason it's on the A string, or I think it's on the A string, is because if you look at the Tiny Desk performance, Matty, the bass player, appears, it's filmed from behind him, so he appears to be on the A string, moving up the whole time, and that's because that string is thicker than this one. So those notes are the same, have the same weight because that string is thicker. Where if you go, if you don't want to see me, that's a thinner note. So that is not the same as that. Well, obviously that's flat. And even though they're the same note, the thicker string gives it more oomph. Okay, so we're going to go back to Daylight now through the magic of video.
Don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Aren't you the...
Okay, so what he's doing there in the chorus, there's a keyboard doubling it. Even the slap parts, there's a keyboard under that has a thinner sound than the, so it's like this big fat moog thing, and it thins out for that slap part. It's so clever. And again, doing it right is tricky. It seems easy, but I can only speak for myself that I actually find it tricky to play along with because it's an unusual thing to do. So it's on the chorus he's going, don't start. So it's played with your fingers, open E, like the start, open E, second fret on the D string, open E again, and this, sorry, the string's ringing everywhere, I'm all over the place. This next note, he does a snap, he puts his finger in under here, but it's real brief. It's not, it's brief, so it's, and then the same as the verse. And the same, you pull the last note. Okay. And then this one again. It's so tricky to do right. I think that's there as well. Okay, so that's the chorus. And then the only part to do left now is the end, which again is really tricky. Basically at the end, the chorus is playing and you would think, oh, it's the same notes, but it's not. It's the, if you don't want to see, it's those chords that go over the, don't stand, don't come out, don't start sharing. Anyway, we'll do that in a second.
Don't show up, don't come out, don't come out, stop caring about me now, walk away, you know how, stop caring about me now. Don't stop now. I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, stop caring about me now, walk away, you know how, stop caring about me now.
Okay, this is just super. I love this bit. So what's happening here is, hang on. So what's happening here is he begins on the B. It's a second fret on the A string, and he does a lovely slide all the way up. And then it's, okay, so that's B, octave B, snap. So second fret on the A string, fourth fret on the G string, second fret on the A string, fourth fret on the G string, but this time we snap. And then it's kind of just straight up to the D more or less. It's more like that than a. To the 5th fret on the A string for a D, and it's the octave again. Okay, so from the top. And this is lovely, right? I think it's up here instead of down there, and I'll show you why in a minute. So he's going to go. So 5th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the E string, back up to the 5th fret on the G string, to the 7th fret on the A string. So da ba ba ba. And then he slides up to the 9th with his ring finger and back down to the 7th. So it's and the guitar doubles that part. It's gorgeous. Then the next part is 7 on the A string, 5th on the A string, 7th on the E string, open E string, which is just fabulous. Okay, 7th on the A string, 5th on the A string, 7th on the E string, open E string, and F sharp, so the 2nd fret on the E string to the 3rd fret on the E string, and then it's an octave of the E string, so the 5th fret on the D string, back down to the 3rd fret on the E, and back up to the octave. Slide up 2 frets and do the same on the A, 5th fret on the E string, and the octave, which is the 7th fret on the D string. So from the top, that what this is slow is. And that's right the way to the end. It's so good. I love that bit. I hope you had fun with that. I know it's different from what I normally do, but I'll always try answer requests. So there you go. Dua Lipa, Don't Start Now. The bass player is called Matty. I must look up his surname. He's fab. Thanks a mil, guys.